In this video, I want to talk about smooth line weight transitions, a couple of different types, and I want to show you how I accomplish varying line weight transitions. Should you have any questions, drop a comment down below. I'll do my best to assist in the best possible direction. A line weight transition is basically a line that goes from one line into another line, or it has an intersecting line that's a different line weight. So there are a couple of variances of different line weight transitions. However, the concept would still be the same across the board. Here is a great example of a line weight transition. Right here, I have a DragoArt 14 round shader. You can see that the ear of this Pikachu right here is a bit of a heavier line weight, and then this intersecting line weight is completely different. So right here, I'm going to use one line weight for this line and then another line weight for this intersecting line right here. This is one type of line weight transition. The way that I would apply this line weight transition would be as follows. I'm running at 6 volts. I'm using the Muso Toku Mercury M1 tattoo machine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to identify my A point and my B point, which is going to be from right here to right here, and I'm going to deposit that line, not paying any attention to this intersecting line right now. So there we go. I started with a micro taper in and a taper out, and I have a clean, solid, consistent one pass line. Now from here, let's say I want to do that intersecting line. The next thing that I would do is get the appropriate line weight for this and then just simply apply it from here. The line weights that we select are very important. We're going to want to make sure that the lines that we're needing to apply reflect that of what we choose. So right here I have a Rattlesnake 7 round liner. What I'm going to do is repeat the same process. I'm essentially going to apply this little line weight right here with a little bit of technique. So from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of use the existing line. I'm going to taper into that line and then into the smaller line weight like so, bringing it up this way, just like that. And that's essentially how I would apply varying line weights, is by simply doing one line weight and then making my move into the other and then applying it by tapering in and out on each end, as you see, like that. And then from here, all I would do is kind of continue on with the same approach. Now, a more difficult line weight transition is where a line transitions from a heavier line weight to a smaller line weight, or smaller to heavier in one line. So for example, this right here was two different lines. We had this one line and then we had this one, making it two different components. What if the line needs to just gradually go from a thicker line down to a thinner, sharper taper? How I would do that is I would use a variance of two different needles. So right here I have the 14 round shader, and then I'm going to begin applying half of this line, and I'll tell you why here in a moment. So I'm going to begin with a taper in like so. I'm going to bring it down this way. And let's say if my line weight starts transitioning right around here, I'm going to taper out of that line weight like so. And then what I'm going to do is I will get my new reflecting line weight that this area is going to reflect, and I'm going to switch that out for this needle. Here I have a Rattlesnake 7 round shader. This is going to be a DragoArt 14 round shader. What I'm going to do is I'm essentially going to repeat the line. I'm going to continue it while tapering into the existing area. So from right here, I'm going to taper into this line and then bring my taper down and out this way like so. As you see. And I get a transition from a heavier line weight going down to a smoother, smaller, very thin line weight right here. That right there would be a dramatic difference from the line weights, and that is exactly the results that I was looking for. So if you are looking for those sort of results where you do have varying line weights in a single line, that's how you would go about accomplishing that. You will have to switch out your needle to accommodate for the results that you are looking for. If you take a look, you'll notice that the line weights go from a heavier line weight down to a sharp, finer point, and right there, that shape really does add to the tattoo, in my opinion. So if we continue this sort of technique throughout the design, we're going to be getting clean, consistent results. that right there is how I go about transitioning line weights from heavier line weights to smaller or smaller to heavier. It really doesn't matter. The same rule of thumb would apply. Doesn't matter which one comes first. Let me demonstrate again here. So I'm going back to the 14 round shader. What I'm going to do is I'm going to continue to apply this side right here to show you the process. So I'm going to do the same thing, running at 6 volts. I'm going to taper in right here, bring it down, and where I want the transition to start happening, I will taper out right there, as you see. So from here, what I can do is get my 7 round shader and then begin to apply the rest, so that way it fades from a heavier line weight down into a gradual fade. If I stick with the same line weight all the way down, this area right here that kind of thins out and gets to a sharper point is not going to hold its integrity, and I'm going to capture the 14 round shader even in the area where I want it tapering out. Back to the 7 round shader, and a big part of the results is going to come down to not only our technical application, but the needles that we choose to use and where we choose to deposit the thinner line weights and the heavier line weights. So from right here, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to taper in from an existing point, bringing this down this way, and I'm going to make sure that I taper out at the end, giving myself that sharp edge. And I can kind of go ahead and kind of sculpt this area right here, just a tad bit. And you're going to see that I'm getting varying line weights that go from a 14 round shader down to a 7 round shader. And I can even do the same thing right here. For example, if I wanted these top points a little bit thinner, like so, I can just run my round shader back out this way with taper outs the exact same way we did at the bottom, just like so. You get the idea. For those that are curious if it could be repeated in reverse, yes, I would say so. We could do any needle that we would like to come first. So for example, I'm still using the 7 round shader right here. If I go and I apply this area right here, I will be able to go back and get the 14 round shader and apply the next line. There is nothing wrong with that. It's really going to be artistic choice. It's going to be up to you which one you want to come first. Once you get your tapering down, this whole process becomes real seamless and fluid. You just have to really practice and focus on getting that technical taper application down. So from here, I have my 14 round shader, and then what I can do is the exact same thing. So I'm going to come over here, taper into the beginning part of the ear, work my way down, and through the line that we just applied, like so, making these lines one line together. So you can see we have a 14 round shader going to a 7 round shader. Smooth line weight transitions. Now that will be it for this one. The concept of getting varying line weight transitions and smoothly is pretty simple. It's just really more so about practicing the technical application behind it, which is going to require time, effort, and trial and error. I feel like that'll be it. This would be a great place to conclude this video. However, should you have any questions at all, I encourage you to please drop a comment down below. Rest assured, I'm going to do my absolute best to assist you in the best possible direction. If you found this video helpful, consider giving it a thumbs up and possibly subscribing to my YouTube channel, as I'm going to be bringing a lot more videos like this for you. With that being said, I genuinely appreciate your time and I appreciate you watching my videos. You have a great day.